Righto, guys. So today we're going to be going over just how to sell digital products. We're going to be mainly focusing on low ticket products. So that's just things that are a bit cheaper. Um, and we're going to pretty much just do the basics today. And we'll get this, Zoom meeting sort of set up. It's going to go over three parts. Each Friday we're going to go, hopefully by the end of 3 Fridays, you guys are all going to know what to do and you can actually go start. So just to start it off, who am I? Obviously, so you guys know who I am. So obviously, I'm Ethan, Sparky from Australia. I was in construction for 5 years. I worked out in FIFO. The way I got started with all this was pretty much I was out in FIFO, wasn't enjoying it, didn't want it really, wasn't for me. So I started obviously learning how to sell digital products in a couple of different ways. And after a month of, going pretty hard while I was actually out in FIFO learning all this sort of stuff, I was able to start making enough money to then quit my job and go on like full on into it. And then 3 months after that, I replaced my old FIFO income. So that's sort of my sort of journey with it now. I've been doing it for 6 months. Um, Obviously, I've still got a long way to go. I've still got a long way to where I want to be, but that's sort of like where I'm at. Who can do this? Anyone can do this. If you've got a phone and some internet, you can do this. What we're going to be talking about today is low ticket products, very cheap to start up, very affordable for people, that are still in school, people that don't have much time. It's very good. It's a very good way to sort of get your foot in the door and start in this space and get some capital up. So as you can see, Brody here made his first 10K month. He's a FIFO worker. There's plenty of examples. Zeb, he's made 4K USD in a week. Oh, no, New Zealand, sorry, in a week. Tavita, 10K a week. Tobias, he's got his first comms in 2 months. He's a Australian boy, another New Zealand boy. Chief, he's someone that got 13K New Zealand in 3 weeks. And he's been doing this for 6 months. So your results for this are going to vary. I can't tell you, you're going to start this and next week you're going to be, making millions. That's not really how it works. These are skills that you have to learn to be good at selling digital products. But if you stick at it, you can, get some really good results. Some more people just trickling in. So the first thing we need to understand is obviously what is a digital product? It's a big thing that not many people understand. So digital product is pretty much any sort of product that you don't actually like receive in person. It's not a physical thing. So, if you order, your girlfriend a new pillowcase or something, it rocks up in the mail. That's not what a digital product is. So with the health niche, so just say if you're in the health niche, for an example, a digital product could be like a fitness app, it could be a diet plan, it could be fitness coaching, an exercise ebook. There's lots of different, they're all digital products and there's lots of different ways to sell those digital products, but it's not something that actually rocks up in the mail. It's all online. So that's pretty much what a digital product is. And I'm going to give you some examples. This here is Adam Sullivan. You guys probably know him. He's pretty big in Australia. He sells with his personal brand fitness diet plans and also like workouts. So this is a digital product. So this is like an example of someone in a fitness niche, but there's so many different niches. It's fucking ridiculous, really. Here's like another example. This guy is from the UK, I think. He works out in FIFO and he sells a guide on how to get into FIFO. So this is like another example of how broad of a digital product could be. He also sells one-on-one coaching for people that are trying to get into FIFO. So this is for like people that are from a different country and they want to get into FIFO. So that's sort of just to give you a basic understanding of what a digital product actually is. It's not something that rocks up in the mail. Why digital products and not physical products? So the main reason I went with digital products and why a lot of people are starting to move towards them is for a lot of reasons. There are benefits with physical products, but there's probably more benefits with digital products. Obviously, there's no shipping. You don't have to store it. You don't have to restock it. If you're selling a t-shirts or something like that, you have to get a new t-shirt every time you sell someone. There's no restocking. And also with physical products, the profit margins are a lot lower. You might buy a t-shirt for, let's say, $10 and then you sell it for 30, but it costs so much to ship it. It costs so much to get it printed, all that sort of stuff. With digital products, it's 90 to 100% profit. So pretty much, you're getting all the money because there's barely any sort of overhead costs. Make it once and sell it as many times as you want. So whether you're selling your own digital product, you make one yourself, or whether you are, selling someone else's, you buy it once and you sell it as many times as you want. It doesn't run out. That's it. Once you've got it, you got it, and you can just keep marketing the fuck out of it. I've got to make sure I don't swear too much because this is going on YouTube. So, niches. So the main three big niches that you guys should be thinking about with your digital products that you guys want to do is health, wealth, and relationships. Now, the reason for this is when you guys are picking products, there's two things you need to think about. Is one, trends. Trends are really important. Like something might be trending at the moment, or there might be a certain time here where something happens more. And then also pain points. So it's a lot easier to sell something if it solves a problem, or if it like fixes someone's pain, than just selling some Chinese gadget from China, like some fidget spinner or some shit. So with health, obviously there's a lot of pain points there, with fitness and all that sort of, what the hell just happened? Fitness and all that sort of stuff. There's lots of pain points there. There's, people that are fat, they insecure about their bodies, they want to get fit, all that sort of stuff. Lots of pain points. Wealth, another lots of pain points. There's, people that obviously not having much money comes with, a lot of insecurities, a lot of stuff like that. Relationships, another big pain point. People will pay a lot of money to try fix their marriage, try fix their, or even just like try get a boyfriend. There's lots of pages out there. I'm sure you see them of like, there's people that walk up to girls and they like, it's like a page, a Faceless account where they like promote talking to girls in public. They sell like digital products on how to help boys talk to girls. So if you're struggling with that, you can go check out one of their pages. But with niches, these are the big three niches that you guys want to be thinking about because they're really easy to sell in. Products. So there's two ways you can do digital, selling digital products. You can either make your own, you might find a trend and you might make your own. You might be very skilled in something. You might know how to do something that lots of people want to know how to do. Like for me, I know how to get into FIFO. So if I wanted to make it, a digital product on how to get into FIFO, I could. You might have something that you think there's a gap in the market for, or you can just sell someone else's. So there's a thing called PLR products, so which means private label rights. So this is a product that you can buy and you own. Once you buy it, you own the rights to it, which means you can sell it as many times as you want. You can change it. You can, fix things to it and remarket it and sell it as many times as you want. So just say there's a cookbook. It's a PLR product. You can buy that cookbook once for, let's say, $10. You can sell it as many times as you want. That's your only overhead, just $10. So those are the two ways. Obviously, make your own or sell someone else's. So this is how to obviously, there's a big thing around obviously making money online. There's lots of scams. There's lots of people trying to make money online. The way you guys are going to be able to have a long-lasting brand, a long-lasting sort of career in this, make a lot of money over a distant amount of time, not just, suddenly make some money and dip off, is make sure your product that you promote or you're selling actually solves the problem. You're actually fixing a problem. Make sure it's actually a good product because, you may think it's the internet, word doesn't get around. It does. word does get around. It's one of the quickest ways to destroy whatever page you're trying to grow, whether it's faceless or not, is the product shit. You'll get comments, you'll get people trying to shut you down, all that sort of stuff. So make sure what you guys are actually selling actually fixes problems. How to pick a product. So obviously now we know what a digital product is. There's some niches. Make sure you're actually solving a problem. The way you guys are going to pick your product is, first, you need to, one of the biggest things with low ticket products is trends. So there's trends in certain parts of the year where things perform better. So like education kind of products don't go well around Christmas because everyone's thinking about holidays and they're not really thinking about how they could better their life or anything like that. So you got to think about seasons of the year. You also got to think about world news, around election. There's lots of trends around world election, like in America, elections and all that sort of time is really, they're not like Australia, they're really big on it, and there's lots of anxiety, there's lots of stuff like that. So you could sell a digital product on how to fix anxiety if you wanted to, like jumping on trends like that. And also using things like Google Trends is a really good place to try and pick up maybe something that's about to happen. So I did a video the other day about this trend that's about to happen here. So you can see Jamie Oliver, if this loads, is trending for some reason. If it loads the 5 years, you'll see why. So you can see around every December, Jamie Oliver spikes. Now, the reason for this is because obviously it's Christmas and everyone's looking up Christmas recipes. So you can take things like this and say, okay, Jamie Oliver's trending. So what would I do? I'd sell a cookbook. You can market it like Jamie Oliver. You can say, like, you could somehow tie Jamie Oliver into it. You could stitch him in your videos, whether it's faceless or not. Or you could just market it all by itself and figure out why people are at Jamie Oliver's actually trending at this time. So if you look at, he's trended every December for like 5 years. If you look at the past 30 days, oh, that's a bad one. You can see that he's about to go up. So what are we in now? So we're just getting close to Christmas. This guy's about to explode. So that's a thing that, you guys look at on Google Trends. With Google Trends, you can just go explore, I think. And they have all these topics that people are searching. You can filter it by, country. You can filter it by age. You can filter it by a bunch of stuff. It's really good for finding trends. Seasons of the year. So obviously I talked, we're going somewhere else. Oh no, seasons of the year. So obviously winter, summer, spring, there's lots of trends that happen in different seasons of the year. So I know for a fact, I might have put it in here, I'm not too sure, but for the relationship side of things, people tend to break up with other people at certain parts of the year, whether it's winter, whether it's summer. It's a strange thing, but people do it. So that could be the time of the year where you can pick that digital product to promote and spend your time on. So when you're picking digital products, you really need to look at trends, things that are going on around, because that's what's going to boost you on the algorithm when you guys are trying to market it. Trends, I just went over that. Super viral topics is another thing. That's sort of what you're just going to get from, your For You page, and, things that are trending, like when Trump got shot or something like that. You could somehow figure out a digital product for that. This is what I was talking about with the seasons of the year. So you can see, obviously, there's peaks, where people break up. So these are times you would start marketing and start trying to attack a digital product around, relationships or something like that if you wanted. So you need to, each niche obviously has a peak time. So you can't expect your digital products to perform all year round, but all these things are on Google. but these are the things you need to think about. How to find a digital product. So if you're not making your own, you know, you can make your own, you can make your own ebook, you can make your own video guide, you can make your own whatever it is, whatever you're trying to sell. If you don't want to make your own, these are some really good websites where you can get PLR products, you can affiliate digital products, you can do all sorts of stuff. And there's lots of good products that you can use to hop on trends in this. So I'll just give you an example. So we'll go to Etsy, because Etsy is a very cheap place for PLR products. We'll just take that Jamie Oliver trend. So obviously we can go to Etsy and we can look up cookbook, because everyone's looking up how to cook for Christmas. That is not it. Then we can go to cookbook PLR. So private label rights. Now we can see a bunch of cookbooks here. If you're struggling to still find, you know, whatever niche or whatever you're looking up, you can also filter it on Etsy to digital downloads. So this is going to make sure it's definitely, you know, a PLR, a digital product. So you can see here straight away, what do we got? You can buy 100 cookbooks. This is 100 separate cookbooks for beef, bacon. You might want to jump, maybe, I know beef and, you know, when Liver King was going off, you know, beef and I don't know what the diet's called, but, you know, people that only eat meat, that was trending. So you could sell you could niche down to like a cookbook for that. You can buy 100 cookbooks for $4, which is ridiculous. And it's PLR product, so once you buy it, you've obviously got it forever. So this is just an example of obviously using a trend and then going and finding a product that's not yours and making a lot of money off it, if you want. So there's the other websites. So now once you've obviously, you know, you guys know what a digital product is, you can now go find a digital product or make your own. The next thing to do is obviously set up a store for it. So you can do this on Shopify, you can do this on Stan, or you could have your own website. So I use Stan because I think it's really good. I think it's a really good platform. I think signing up to it, it does cost to use it. I think it's like $40 a month or something like that. Shopify is a lot cheaper, but I think it is a little bit harder to navigate and sort of set up a page for it. Stan's really good because all you guys need for your digital product is just one landing page. You don't need a whole website. You know, you just need one page that they can go to, click, you know, download or click buy, and then they can get it, and they get it, the product emailed to them. So I find Stan really easy to use. It also tracks a lot of other stuff. Shopify is just as good, but I just don't have much experience with it, but I know people use it. And you can obviously make your own website if you want, you know, a full website where you have more than one digital product. You might buy that cookbook and put all those 100 cookbooks separate. You might put them on different, you know, all in one on the website, but they're different sections. So people come on and they have a choice. So sort of I'll talk about Stan because that's what I actually use. Obviously, this is the homepage. You'll sign up, you'll put all your details in. You will need an ABN because obviously you're making money and you're sort of working for yourself. If you're too young for an ABN, just get one through your parents. I don't know if I meant to say that, but once you're in, you can go to, there's this sidebar on the side. We just click My Store, and then it will take you to here, and you just go Add Product. Once you're into this, it goes digital products. So this is what we're focusing on, PDF guides, all that sort of stuff. That's what we want to go to. So I'll just go to Stan Store here. Once you click on digital products, this is what will come up. So this is where you can sort of design your landing page for your customers. So there's a couple of different ways to obviously have, you know, the buy button. There's a photo you can put for it, title, all this sort of stuff. This is all just for your landing page. So it's super simple to use. Another photo, and you can see, you can adjust the description. So we might put, I'm going to use cookbook because we keep talking about the cookbook. cookbook. You can write a description for everyone so they sort of know what they're getting and what they're buying. Bottom title, so get my guide, get my book. Call to action, so purchase, that's just what button they're pressing, so you can change that to just buy. And then obviously setting a price. So this cookbook's going to be $10 million. And then obviously email. And then this is where you actually upload your PDF, your guide, whatever actual digital product you're selling, because this will ship it out to them straight away. So that way you don't have to think about it. You'll just get a notification saying, someone's just bought your product. Pretty simple. Next, after that, up here, you can see copy. So copy, you can press that and it will give you a link. And that is a link to your product or to your stand store. So that's where once you get that link, that's how people are going to access it. So that's sort of just how to set up stand store. It's very basic. It's very good. It's run really smooth for me so far. So, it does cost a little bit, but I would suggest it. How to market these products. So once you've obviously got your product, you've set up the store for it or the landing page, that now it's time to obviously market it out to everyone and try and get traction to the actual store. So there's two ways to do this. You can do a Faceless account or you can do a personal brand. So lots of people I know don't want to show their face on camera. They want to just, post a video and bring people to it. Both have their advantages and disadvantages, but they're both very profitable. So I've got an example here for a Faceless account so you guys sort of know what that looks like, because that's probably the biggest thing that people don't understand what it looks like what you would post as a Faceless account. So we can see here, this is a Faceless account for a digital product. This person's got a school community, so it's a community that costs, I think it's $13 a month or something like that. And I think it's just like a community of people that, you pay to be with people that are like-minded or motivated or whatever they're selling. I don't know what's in it because I haven't bought it, but you can see this is a Faceless account. This person just posts, motivational videos. They post.
What is your advice to young guys on how they can treat a lady better and understand them?
Treat her like she's special. For one thing.
So you can see he just posts podcasts from other people and just literally rips other people's videos. You can just rip other people's videos off and post it on yours, and it will gain traction to your page and then funnel it to your digital product. You can see this guy's got 3.8 million followers, massive page. And he would generate a lot of people coming into, that are into this sort of content. They might sit in their bed and go, I want to get motivated, so I'm going to join this guy's community. That's sort of what a Faceless account would look like for this. Obviously, what you post will change depending on what you're marketing. But the reason we do it on Instagram and all this sort of stuff is because it's free. It's free marketing. You can pay for ads. You guys can pay for promotions on TikTok and Instagram. I wouldn't even suggest doing that because, one, I'm sure you guys scroll on your For You page and you see like a paid ad and just go, and you skip straight away because you're not invested in it, because that they're trying to sell you something. So organic, marketing is, I think, the way everything's sort of going. And it's obviously a lot more, it's cheaper for you guys. You won't have, all you guys really have is the product cost and then the store cost, and then you can market it for free. So it gives you a chance to test products for a very low cost. And then obviously personal brands. So like Adam Sullivan, where is he? Up here? This is an example of a personal brand. So someone that's in front of the camera, someone that's, obviously talking, giving advice, all that sort of stuff. It's a personal brand. People are invested into Adam Sullivan, not his product. So those are the two ways you can obviously market your products. where are we up to? The advantages of having a faceless account. So obviously faceless accounts are really easy to make. You don't have to get in front of the camera. You know, you can just make an account. You can go find viral videos that are already going off. They've already done all the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to make a viral video. You can just go grab one that's already viral and start going viral on yours. You don't have to show your face. It can be on complete autopilot. So because you don't have to actually show up in front of a camera, you don't actually have to film, you can hire people. You know, if you're making enough money off a digital product, you can hire people to make the videos for you. And then you just sit back and own the account. That's it. So obviously you can be on complete autopilot. The cons of it is there's no connection with the audience. It's a lot harder to drive traffic to a product when there's no face there, when there's no connection with the audience. If you think about brands like Coca-Cola or Powerade or all those sort of brands, they're faceless brands, but what they do to sort of bring, you know, more of a personal touch to it is sponsor people. You know, John Jones is sponsored by Monster Energy. People buy Monster now because John Jones drinks it. You know, just adding a face to it, it's a lot easier to sell things when there's an actual person or like something representing it. And also it can be saturated. So faceless accounts can be saturated, and they can, I'm not saying they're saturated now, but it can get saturated because you don't need to show up in front of a camera. There's no uniqueness to it. So it can get saturated in the future. AI, there's also lots of AI tools that can make videos for you. So you can give it an AI tool. You can just look it up on Google. There's plenty of them that are free. You can give it like a YouTube video of a movie, or you know, whatever you're trying to sell. You can give it a YouTube video and it'll chop it up into reels for you. So with this sort of thing, faceless accounts, there's definitely advantages to it. It's a good place for a lot of people to start, but I would suggest obviously personal brands. That's the way I've sort of went about everything. I've done faceless accounts before. Not saying they don't work. They do work for a lot of people, but these are just the problems that actually happen with a faceless account. So personal brand. So the advantages obviously of a personal brand is you have a connection with your followers. You know, people know who you are. You know, you can talk about your story, you can talk about whatever. People know who you are. You are representing whatever you're selling. So like Adam Sullivan, he's representing fitness, or he's representing whatever he wants to represent and has his digital product. If people like him, they'll buy off his digital product. You can't be replaced. So with a personal brand, it's one of the fastest and growing ways. You know, we think about digital products, but it's also an awesome idea to grow a digital product if you are a personal brand, if you're actually serious about, you know, maybe making money online long term, because it's something that can never be taken off you. There's only one of you, and no one else can make videos of you. They can make videos of you and make a fake account, but it's not your, you know, they can't overtake you because they're relying on you to make videos. AI, it sort of goes into AI will never take over. It's a lot easier to sell, like I said, you know, with a face there, it's a lot easier to sell products. You can have things a bit more expensive because they're your products. And also, the other good thing about personal brand, it's way easier to branch out in the future. So I'm going to use Adam Sullivan as an example again, just because he's here. Adam Sullivan obviously has this massive personal brand, and he sells a digital product. This is his digital product, but he also sells a physical product. He sells hoodies, he sells clothes. He makes millions from this as well. If you have a personal brand, doesn't really matter if you focus on digital products. It doesn't matter if you go make a hoodie. You see a lot of YouTubers, they will start selling merch because they have this massive personal brand. Personal brand, it's an awesome way to make money long term. If you think about someone as big as David Dobrik, he's so big now as a personal brand that companies will just pay him to mention their name in videos. You know, that's the advantages of having a personal brand. You know, companies could reach out to me with my Instagram following and say, hey, Ethan, can you talk about our work boots, or can you wear our work boots and we'll pay you $1,500 for a reel, that sort of stuff. So personal brand, there's lots of different avenues you can drift off into and still make a lot of money. But those are sort of the advantages. I know a lot of people don't want to show their face. Faceless accounts are still very profitable. They just can be a little bit more work trying to grow. It's like a longer time to scale an account. Where to post. So obviously, if you guys pick a product, right, just say we're selling Jamie Oliver's cookbook, or we're selling a fitness offer or something like that. You guys don't want to just focus on Instagram. You want to focus on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and have it all funnel back to your Instagram. If you guys make a video, right, and you only post it on Instagram, let's say it gets 1,000 views. Then you might post it on TikTok and it might get 45,000 views. And then you might post it on YouTube Shorts and it gets another 45,000 views. If you only posted it on Instagram, you'll only get 1,000 views. So it's a good way to, you guys are spending time on making a video. You're spending time. You might not even be spending time on it. You might be stealing. But if it still takes time to go take a video, find a video that's going to go viral, and you might as well spread it across all of your accounts and funnel it back to your digital product. So make sure you're posting, for each product you've got an Instagram account for it, you've got a TikTok account, and you've got a YouTube account for it, and have it all just funnel back. How to grow your page. So one of the main things with, marketing, because we're marketing for free, we're not using paid ads, we need to grow our page. So we need to think about who we're actually trying to sell to. When you guys have digital products, a lot of people try to, or just selling in general, a lot of people try to make something for everyone. I want something, I'm going to sell this to everyone. If it's for everyone, it's for no one. You need to niche down. You need to be specific on who you're trying to sell to. So just say we've got a fitness offer. Saying you've just got a fitness offer, it's too broad. It's too, everyone's got a fitness offer. So you need to niche down and try and make what a lot of people say is a blue ocean out of a red ocean. So red ocean is obviously a market that is saturated. So let's just say fitness. It's a saturated market. But if we niche down and say fitness for pregnant mums, that's a blue ocean now. It's the same niche, but we've made it a blue ocean because we've niched down. If it's for everyone, it's for no one. So you need to think about who you're actually trying to target with your content and who you're trying to target, like who your ideal customer actually is. And don't worry about anyone else trying to buy. You just want to focus on that specific niche. So have a good think about who your target customer is. And that just pretty much means avatar. The way you're going to be able to target that person is in pain points, interests, fears, and goals. So just say we're talking about pregnant. We want fitness officer for pregnant women. Pain points are obviously, I don't know, I've never been pregnant before, but if you know about it, there's probably pain points around, getting a belly. They want to be fit. It might be for people that are just had a baby and they want to get fit. So obviously not having the body they want, feeling insecure. Interests, obviously looking fit. Fears, staying fat the rest of their life. Goals, is sort of the same as interests, but goals is more of a long-term thing. So interests might be, just say if I was a mum, interest might be going to the coffee shop or going for a walk on the beach, but a goal is, getting fit or weighing this certain amount or, fitting into this sort of size dress. So that's how you're going to target, your audience with your digital products. So now just sort of recapping what we've gone over, you've got to, you know what a digital product is. Just say you found a trend or you found a skill that you guys are good at and know that people want to try and fix. You've made a digital product for it. So you've got a digital product. You've made the store. You've made all your accounts. Now it's just about marketing and just figuring out who you're actually trying to sell to, which is a lot easier once you obviously have your product and you have your your account set up and sort of, maybe there's a trend around it. With posting content, especially on Instagram and TikTok, we need to think about content funnel. So obviously this goes for Faceless accounts and personal brands. It goes for all sort of, growing an account. We need to think about the content funnel. So content funnel is top funnel content, middle funnel content, and bottom funnel content. So to give you examples and what this sort of means is top funnel content is a video that is aimed at your avatar or the person you're trying to sell to. It's a broad thing. You don't talk about, what you're actually trying to sell. You don't show anything. You're just trying to go viral pretty much. You're trying to get as many shares. You're trying to get as many comments, all that sort of stuff. You're trying to go viral. So that way it sort of brings people into your ecosystem of, your Instagram. Middle funnel. So this is where you're going to talk about the pain points. This is where you're going to, or show the pain points. This is where you're going to talk about the goals and all that sort of stuff and how your product fixed all those problems or fixed, that goal or whatever they're trying to get to. So it's not going to be heavily talking about your product. It could just be something that's very relatable and, then sort of just has the solution there at the end. And then bottom funnel is literally just a video that is just straight, aimed at your product. So, it might be like, this is what it is and this is what it fixes. This is how it works, all that sort of stuff. You need this funnel there every day. So you guys should be posting, if you're trying to grow a page, you should be posting 3 to 4 times a day. On a Faceless account, at least 4 times a day because, it's so easy to just get viral clips that are from somewhere else. It might be from a movie or whatever it may be. But you need to be posting these 3 pieces each day because you want, each time someone clicks on your account and you've got about 3 videos to prove to them to either follow you or click on your link. You've got about 3 videos. And if you don't have this funnel set up, they're not going to feel like this product's actually for them, or they're not going to feel like this account's actually for them. So in those 3 videos, when someone comes onto your page, they need to feel like your videos are made for them. So you go, oh, these videos are made for me. They need to obviously get value out of it. So they need to feel like they've got something. So you might have, if you're selling a relationship advice coaching or whatever, something like that, you want relationship advice reels, something that actually people feel like, oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I've got something out of this content I should follow. And then bottom funnel is obviously just trying to direct all that traffic to your actual landing page. So making sure you guys have the funnel set up is pretty crucial, but obviously we need to understand these things first. Oh, what's going on? Here we go. Faceless content. So faceless content, it's more about volume than anything, especially at the start, because obviously I talked about the problems that we had before with, not having an actual person there, not having someone to actually look at. It's more about volume. So the more you can do, the better. And with both, Faceless and personal brands, it's about consistency. 110%. If you post one video every day for a year, there's no way you don't grow. There's just absolutely no way. What the hell is going on? Obviously with Faceless accounts, there's lots of different ways to go viral. So you should probably see it a lot. There's lots of movie clips. There's lots of viral videos. I'm sure you've seen like the Minecraft videos, and then they have like a stream above it or something like that on TikTok, like just brain rot videos. Those are like your top funnel sort of stuff. So if you're selling like an example for this guy, his TikTok could look like, just those brain rot videos to try and get traffic, to try and get people to watch, to follow along on his account. Proven concept. So with viral videos, when you guys are looking, you've got your avatar, look that avatar up, do some research on Instagram and figure out what's actually going viral. you know, because if you're doing faceless content, you know, you can figure out what's going viral. And if you put it on your page, it's more than likely going to go viral. You know, that video's done all the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to think of a viral video all by yourself, and you can just straight rip it. Don't reinvent the wheel. So obviously, if something's going viral and something's working for you, don't try to switch it up. You know, if you've found something that's gone viral, just keep smashing it. Just keep doing the same thing, and it'll keep generating you more followers, more traffic, more money in the end. Personal brand. So still volume is a big game at the start. You know, when you guys are starting your accounts, doing, 3 videos a day, still very important. But it's more about these 3 things that I talked about when we're talking about the funnel is, you know, relating, value, and being unique. So being unique is a big thing with personal brands, because if you guys think about your favorite creators, they're all pretty different. You know, they've got their own thing, they've got their own twist. Being unique is a big thing. It's going to make you stand out. Don't be looking at all these other people that, you know, have personal brands. If you're trying to start a, just say you're really into gym, don't look at Adam Sullivan and just rip him, because you're never going to be able to do it as well as him. People love people that are original. So Adam Sullivan's very original. If you look at all the PT guys, he stands out by a mile because of the way he does his content. Value, we talked about that. Just obviously making them feel like they've got something out of their, you know, your videos, so they follow along. And relating. So content ratio. So we're talking about the funnel before. You want 80% top funnel, middle funnel. It's more important to try grow at the start than it is to just smash bottom funnel. You know, you really want to focus on trying to grow and trying to get as much traffic, whether you're a faceless account or you're a personal brand, it doesn't matter. You're just trying to focus on growing. So you want, you know, if you're thinking about, just say you're posting 4 or 5 videos a day, or you're posting maybe only 3, you want, you know, it to mainly be about just trying to grow, just trying to go viral. Recap. So obviously, this is just sort of to recap everything we've talked about. We're only going over some basic stuff because I want all of you guys to actually go try this and actually go figure some stuff out yourself. I'll put this whole recording on YouTube so you can rewatch it if you want. I want you guys to all try this. We're going to have another session on Friday, the next Friday, and we're sort of going to go from there on how, you know, more in-depth stuff. But to just recap on steps for you guys to actually go do now until next Friday is 1, find a trend or find something that you think you can sell, a skill, make an ebook, whatever it may be, make a video guide about anything, doesn't matter. Find a trend, something that you think you can sell. Use Google Trends. Step 2, get a product. So once you found a trend, find a product that's actually going to suit it. Make your stores, whether you go Stand Store, Shopify, you make your own website, whatever it is, and then make all your accounts and start posting videos. That's it. That's what I want you guys to do this week. And then next week, hopefully, you know, if you haven't done this, next week's session's not going to make as much sense because you haven't actually had the experience of trying to direct people to your account yet. So these are just very basic, clear steps that you guys can go do. That's pretty much it. What time is it? 6:45. That is pretty much it for the whole thing. I'll answer some questions in a second once I figure out how to stop sharing my screen. Oh, sorry. Before I do that, I wanted to show you guys that this is obviously Adam Sullivan. If you haven't seen Adam Sullivan, this is his page. He posts a lot of just value because he's already massive. But I wanted to show you some other, you know, some other examples of a faceless account, because that's the biggest thing people struggle with, is not knowing what sort of faceless videos to post. So I was talking about relationships before. You can see this person posts reels about, just cute couples and stuff, and generates a lot of views, heaps of views. They're all just videos that are just aimed to try and get a heap of shares. 2.7 million views. Now this all will get them followers. And we can see this person's got a digital product on Gumroad. So this isn't even their digital product. This is a product that they've either affiliating for, or they have PLR bought it. That's not a word. Bought it. You can also see another thing I wanted to point out is I struggled with trying to go viral to start with. It can be a little bit tricky. Some accounts, for some reason, just don't go as viral as others. You guys can have more than one account for one product. You can make 3 Instagram accounts. You can make 4 Instagram accounts for one product. You can see this person has another account for this product, and it's just quotes, and yeah, it's just quotes. It's not complicated stuff, and they go viral as fuck. This person would generate heaps of traffic to his digital product. And let's have a quick look at what it actually is, so we can see what he's trying to promote. Oh, I can't go look at it while I'm on Zoom. It would be some sort of relationship thing though, looking at his content. But that's just some examples. You guys needed to go, it's all going to change depending what you're actually selling and what product you pick to sell. You might have more than one product, but make sure you guys do some research and see what's actually going viral in your niche. So, stop sharing. Do you guys have any questions? There is a section where you can raise your hand if in reactions. If you raise your hand and have any questions, I can answer.